no one about this age media way or Facebook a Kessben TV and also say a Kessben 92.9 on sa ebeka wo hormone DSTV channel is channel 364 and on on Go TV a channel 121. And then baby biara opese oni edi nkomo bia no okọ on YouTube and everywhere on sa ebeka ye dey here say obe like page no wa share na face wa comment na ye di enkomo e wo hon wo text messages and also WhatsApp messages na no me training na making kind na so ama so in rap and a minority press conference minority select committee omo a food agric and cocoa committee so no mo press conference and to let us know say here farmers no e komo e kanka cocoa farmers no omo komo no and ho komo na omo edi and clearly they were able to tell us say as we stand now since November no aban ede LBCs ne ka LBCs no odomo chemical licenses buying companies no odomo ka almost over 10 billion Ghana cedis ama cocoa to and I feel so yesika yebenya fimu nyina farmers ne ko menya fimu nyina no aye bibie wo honom yebebo press conference na ma na afia ma update what is really happening. And indeed a lot of WhatsApp messages and text messages are making kind fitting Monday business emre na no we're all talking about cocoa and sika se be to me enfanto na yemfa emmomo menko ahomana so emra sisi na afia me ne na na opambo boating or national president ma concern farmers association me no enti komona yenhwe how the effect ete and then again the update from a cocoa board is almost started some of these LBCs almost come no na fi yenhwe kwan be fa so ebetumi aboa na otemen kam wache mo akwa baba Kessben TV so na fa so Kessben 92.9 bia boko de Besu mi hu wache papa nanu ye ka sanka meba na ma bedi efie fufu yi wo de ga be ba kire mi nana still aye bibie wo ho nana menye sa o
yana gwefi
mate me papa meba nana any komo enra minority press conference prior to the press conference na cocoa farmers ni bebre na no especially the license buying companies na almost started agitating because sabi almost some ko bobesia na makoto cocoa yi na maton ama cocoa board for na nka ya sike beba na almost menya kakra na cocoa farmers so enyo de send the fata omo na omo de akoye de so omo de ahwefi ahwema atu school fees ai bibia but see ano na problems na wo since November 2025 to date yanya ntie say cocoa board so almost started some of the payments in Ibi. But Biamon Komo, Assembly see what has been the situation so far on grounds?
So, that's the big kind of my chief for any ashore for motion or we are suffering. As I concerned farmers was no matter cocoa farmers across the country say, Assembly by your core rounds, any people to make up with a chain. Say, and Monday, final day, ye betu ye nutu, ye de ya nutu say my bed and babontin. Ama obi ye bobre aijina on the state of the issues, you see. Okay. But going to the ground, no, and the situation on the ground, no, is very serious and very hectic. And easy to we the Jumana, the funny supposed to be better me and Sunny in Tiaoka. You say, idea hygiene pa. Yeah. Emma Dodona in a problem all because expectation and keba and that's why na capacity ye show and capacity ye dance why capacity ye busy the capacity bosso. Ye man more compensation so school bilma ye pese de push on kakatu to musugo fees no. E dey ama ye ntimi anya say mani na. The center to be no so Oshe ye no man na me kokus kaya na de so maseka kraka no so dane da no di biabre nti load ani ne ma na de adwuma me no ka say akwa ye kai da hono mo to na etata ye hu ba bia de ye beko so ye kokor fom ya na o ja kokor no no ubinya problem nti na just say ye wo ha nti going to the grounds ne pa it is very serious me no ka say binum edo mo sase ne kwa jiska wonko fo say asase no omopa omfa na do mbeso mo ye woso no monye no do hiska ade edeta no because e come here ya yipa nti this is the situation I binum do mo sase ne bi e magalam si MTN loan and I bought a Bosaka can try when you say about there. Okay, every 3 years. It is for now. It is very serious, but then also things the latest development and the signals are issued. Which I say at the end of the day, smile will be on the faces of the farmers.
Exactly, because Matisse in Penfro from Cocoa Board Kasa. Now, one of the things on Maakye, they almost say in November they paid over 6 billion Ghana cedis. In December they paid almost about more than 5 billion Ghana cedis. And then January, and saying they've also paid another 6 billion. And then this month alone, say they are paying over 620 million Ghana cedis. And then they will continue to pay the LBCs in the Sinebea or making me clear outstanding. But Sadie at IC, what has been the solution? I didn't plan a problem, no.
Me the mirror industry, me who say if you are the SCC that I think say this is the first time that I've seen it, and going forward, that is the solution. I see now you're facing nation. Maybe what was say? So, every country, making sure say the raw materials, you will be adding value, and then make sure say things will go well for his country. Yes, I just said cocoa board. And say we need to set up West African cocoa, processing factory, and as a processing plant. West Africa cocoa processing plant. Ghana. Be processing cocoa no ha. Your countries be Somalia, Tanzania, no money the cacao, no money cocoa. And other countries they don't even have cocoa. Your cocoa is now one of the best cocoa in the world. Indeed, your processing cocoa no ha. They can need to powder and other things. They can also benefit from it. Also, make you about to be. And they make him a local industry, no. And a young Casacra, in business, your cocoa, you producing your consumer, there be young consumer. It's all called a friend is saying Kenya is here, every home beer, they have coffee. If you be able coffee, because I'm producing coffee. Well, the thing said, this is the time, as I say, Timmy say, yeah, time I want you to maybe because it's here, I'm not going to say, or Mama Babato Cocoa. Yeah, issues of more reason is you cocoa no boy. Ultimately, raise $300 and some coins and count if I'm one bag of cocoa because the international market price has been reduced. And at the same time, the dollar no, I hear no, honorable at 2,000, $80 for some dollar not very stable. Kaka, at the money. The centers will be monocrano. Cocoa board they've tried their best in the way say, still I know your cocoa price no, maybe it's not the Gina. You taste almost some barber tisso, and I say, you the barber can walk. It for now, the women say. It is a dialogue. There's a little slip of mistake here on the side of Cocoa Border. Oma overseen in term because Omutuana and the gentleman can say Omutuaka. Almost at it, maybe now Quaco come and they bring to your home there. And I'm also here the Eddie Juma.
Okay.
If you're going forward, no, we don't have to make this mistake again.
Okay. Hold on, ma'am. The head of corporate affairs, corporate communication, and Cocoa Board, ending commosis. You're right, Jerome Kweku Sam. Now on my update in this year, now fe so hold on, ma'am. Now fe Jerome and my much details in how things are going. Jerome, so tell me, come watch him by Kessben 92.9 so now for Kessben TV. Be able to nice. Yeah, that's it. And now minority for press conference no more year really truly open up things for us. And near to grassroots and kakra. But clearly my update in as much as minority is saying that Cocoa Board and then Ghana owes these LBCs almost over 10 billion. What has been the payment plan? What actually caused the problem in the first place? Now for you how and Yema etumi solve this year.
My minchia phone na nititu no. Ukwe for than 8 years. In fact, I am the part to speak a bigger platform so to say Kessben FM Kessben.
Yeah, that's it.
Na no customer a woman say obi yarepana oko hospital. Abi a doctor ni bi kan and say oye clinical investigation. Obe call lab na admin how now from you said yet na ya pe anopo mesibre.
Okay.
Minia obia obeka cocoa asen bia many me pane ya obia because cocoa nsem na eyedey efa obia. However, the minority to be no can earlier cocoon someone. In as much as I acknowledge the fact to say, or more earlier constituency for the brain, I could for no, and there was a more cast answer no. Then the same thing is say, say, what brought the cost?
Yes.
What brought the cost? And then say, Oshe young cocoa na ye or my has say now. There are so many, and at least about 2 sources of a year funding to a year the purchase of your beans. Not just a quiet first why you took cocoa, no. Yenya a hodo be ni numiensa. Cocoa board as a buying and a basic money at the end. Edeba. A do baby na I say, Yahoo, as Yahoo, so as your Jayaka, Yanka to me a day. Eco Pesica at the Betoku and on a furnace indication. So over 33 years ago, there from 1992, any shall say a yes indication. Okay. If you shall say a yes indication, a yes indication say Bijina kuku na me wana sono. Na me abrofwe din komose. Ni wokoko do si ya meton. E mo sika ne se na be kwa koson. Nti no sensan contractor. Na wajina contractor ne so na wo de ayede. Wo de akwaje bosia. Na wo de akwaje bosia na wo de aba. Na wo de ayede. Wo de aba be tokuku no. Ye ka bosia wo de bisa fe. Emi asa ade bi e de bosia ye bia no. Se e de ka na yede. At the brow. No cross and say, you are quite who do you know? They are finance a Jumabiana, the upper soil. It has all the cockapel bossian baby. And now while the physical baby are answered down your day and your bossian. Then you have some bank, Namiko Bossian, Namedico Sipo Stall. A year Kessben University. And as a University of Ghana. Not a Enco and a school for Kodemu, Naminesika a free moi. And your bossing a baby cardia then at the amame. But what I say, because Sika free mobile.
Yeah.
It's not many a merchant syndication, none of your bossing and your quagenum. Now you to me the cool no, a cotton. A home for Sony the chia bossing TLC one a year. A walk. As sounds we never be at the year. At the toy cool no, a year, a pesky year.
Okay.
Into no advantage and not a worse syndication in say one a boy for security of a year sale of cocoa. Not as a cocoa ne tono, only or how because what sign a contract na then at all. Into me say cocoa ne born a bed from an month no a yawasem. Number 2. Osanso nyesika botene to ho a afenimu nyina no ode makuku akuafo no ana ode ma wonwa etokuku ne say monyina monfa ntokuku ne enye den emrem. If there is never a time ebia obete say sika anye den sika ni ho ana say sika ya can short on tesa. However, BBC 2023 bibia esi ye ne say aya contractor kwamane akokase ye benya nti betimi enya kokoo ti ejina so ma yesensan contract ekopay sika money ade no sa contract no ye ntimi anya den diso ntimi andi sa contract no so enti na kokoo dodo a ewo se ye den ye supply no ye ntimi an supply sa kokoo no mo nti on the basis of that no not 2024 na yibe uremu no sikasem wa yeden ayedin amaye another issue so e mo sikasem wa yeden ne say Peter you try ka Kessben FM and Kessben TV a so wo ko loan wo banka e si wo fa wo pay slip ayeden ebra the person you say wo pay slip na wo de ba no on ne ka bia mpo ayeden e wo pay slip na so nti no ne ka bia mo ne ade wo so a na bank na shaye den ama usika ko board nkrate mu no na nkrate no mu nye den enye fe because abe no be kaya na ya shase eye DDP so mu no haircut nti won na ya koji sika won fo e dia be koku mpo no na sa DDP na aye den aka wo mu ana ye ntimi ponye den entua won sika so on the basis of that no na wonni eye clean books a wojina so de akoye den akwaje eye saa bosia no na me abroni na oto kokoo ne ye ne se saa dia bem osika ayede ato kokoo no nanso condition a mede ma ne se ni kokoo na me no sign contract 2023 no saa kokoo na wantumi supply me na ebo 300,000 metric tons no fa saa kokoo no mu bi ayede ha bremi na wo de bremi a me ton ebo na 2024 wo se me yede mentono nemu metona bona 2023 na yede me no kaaye no
wow
inti natural say 2023 na ebony $2,600 per ton by you do 2024 FOB aye farm gate price in pa yen declare no na aye $3,100 inti natural say there's been a difference of then $500 me boa inti natural say cocoa over 300,000 ya de be kwa kuma ni pakro no ton bia na ya be boka $500 now your team supply amano 235,000 what the multiply 500 are you over $117 million, which is more than 1.2 billion Ghana cedis, and only a cost ya de ya fomu that's the way in kebit me adaho. Another thing, revenue and now say can kebit me buy ho because in 2024 no and now the cocoa born course running now kebit me declare an FOB of about 6,600. But here's the case to say yanya then yenya incidents are 26 and 66 difference near saying difference near $4,000. So what it means in any say and then now ya ton cocoa no 2,335 ya supply their money per chrono ya boka over $940 million. $940 million, which is almost equivalent to about 10 billion OCDs.
Yeah.
Where you see car in Kessben, a big book here, no, any cuckoo bodo. But no someone and a old management, no, any abino, ya then, ya Lucy. When you are no fever, minority now, on no bo cuckoo board. It's necessary, or motivation. To me, a cockra juice sacks. Ebohoka abana faso bi anye den faso bi ani so juice sacks o obohoka to the extent that the last juice sacks are oka ye kra no na ye hia and so obohoka $48 million. $48 million. And so na bottom nye den ye hia you will be brave den ewo ho sabi we nyina ye kuku kene ni sika enke da ho ebetimi ayi bibi one man ayi den akọ waste now ya koko sisia no mama wati ase say one ebra na ye bo nyinti no ye nya syndication here de tokoko sisia kwana na omofa so atokoko in 2024 and say Brunino ana off-taker no ono eno de nifika eba te say dia machiri mu no o de banso a ono na esanso a chiro company o Ghana fasika no man no fanye den papa to kuku no enunti it comes to the issue say any issue na e cause yintu akuafo ka no enye akuafo nyinara because na your companies are omo na fi last year no omenye sika from eya brofo no dey be atua kuku bia omo ye den omo toye however ye wo won a enya saa broni ni sika ni bi nti o so mo akopo mo sika ye den etukuku no mo de break kuku board
okay
nti eya saa mkrofo ina ye ni omo wo sika sam ho eya nhihye anase nsem kan ye den ewo ho but I can tell you minia as of 2025-2026 projected say you better cocoa 650,000 metric tons. And now because you know to cocoa no better say 580,000 metric tons. Which clearly tells you say a move on the donor you know to iodine etiaka. However, a year kakanka krawa was a year day. Yitia edema LBC no. Now LBC no kana ye de woman or more cano. Meaning it be a $500 and makacho.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Because omona ekoto cocoa, so the difference now omoya den ebo mokano we need to pay them. And one boss I can go. And yes, I'm minority of supervisor a cocoa board. But today, look at what they are saying. But me, and me just say, Dr. Randy Abdina or the cocoa board, I don't know. On cars, Ujania's responsibilities on her. Never. I think Annie, Samet here, and I need to deal with the problem because the Jawa near the other.
That's one.
And then, you know, so Osha November last year, Sika Yutiadema LBC's nuclear was over 6 billion. It was about 6.4 billion. December was over 5 billion. January was about 6 billion. February, I can say, we made a payment of about 620 million. I can say this. And no church say, you know, but I say,
yeah. And
no church say, you know, but a say, the car in an oil day, in Chia, said the Bayer, if you are from Bayer Day, Ebehin High, because say a Nipa Pempo in an Isika Kemwa, it is not acceptable. And it is not something that we should be celebrating or celebrated for. So as I say, and you know, we clearly understand it. And that is why in all this difficulty, I am here for the young, you know. I buy the yes and no. I was saying creating a high when a Juma oil day, oil. It is free distribution of fertilizer, free distribution of agrochemicals, free distribution of spraying machine, a year free scholarship for cocoa farmer, and money and day provision of seedlings money. All these are interventions. Say, the creating a wire day. However, problem there was now a year Canada. You go so a day. You deal with it.
Okay. Jerome, I said I made John because now one year maybe I saw yes here, but quick one. To see us have these issues solved, Obibeka Yenyana and Kenya Tempra, a permanent solution for us not to have reoccurrences of some of these delays and stressing cocoa board, and all that, What is it Randia based regime model be a mobile use to have that sustainability so that we don't see these things happening? And is there something that you guys are looking at?
When I answer Randiabe, I was a friend of Prophet Dr. Randiabe. At the country America, say, or assume office as Kokobo Chief Executive. Omo briefly now, my yes, first what to Kukuno. As more kind of a minimum. Some of the way I did to Kukuno. Say you to me could be track 2025, 26. So we should start the conversation of a new financing model. It's not just a commodity guswa ekoso as to point a first where you bring a permanent source of funding the purchase of cocoa. It's in some commodity a day. But now anticipation was for 2026, 2027 season. Yeah, I think but quite unfortunately, because of Ebola swatted drastically, 2 years ago, now cocoa boy almost $12,000 per ton. 2 years ago, 2024, yeah, and $4,000.
Wow!
But then $4,000. So another problem in the Growiness is here. No one now sign a contract on top. Now all financing cocoa no ni tomono. Ni bona ye den no ujiri say or the sikabe ba be catch us. Better not for them. Many ujiri sa.
The bedding.
Okay. So as I say. Okay. The person will not do. And also is accounting for the delays. Ebia okwa. Almost you see Kenny and answer Ebia the visa. But in all this, a cocoa board and a bank, a year and she so to deal with the issue once and for all.
Okay. Jerome, you better send an update here with the Amaya Radin Show. Repem the best friend you know where you come on.
All
right. Yeah, Jerome Kweku Sam, we're head of corporate communication with Cocoa Board, and then no Edin Komono. Nana, all line as well. I'm sure so what clearly what Jerome Akano. What will be your final thing about Kanfa ASR issue?
Let's just say the big out is some more. Let's just say Omoni for ending Cocoa board as an institution, no, any for ending. I'm not saying say this regime, but then so a car any unwanted offense and Jude sack or Moko Kraba any the kaka on this kind of debt now. Who's responsible? Who have to pay this? Wow, it's called a financial loss, and somebody has to take care of it. Until we live in a country, be about just to come and mess up and then go like that, and we the farmers are going to suffer. Apart from everything, we are slaves. We are just working for some people just to enjoy, and we are not getting anything. Wow, this matter with the young fancy wa after the barbecue because one problem I want. What one the loopholes of why a man signing many in by there. We also advise legal. You look for legal advice. Now you put up the process because one. We share we are forced to say that we are forced to now we share that they are young yesika and they did police for car. They did nurses. They did my mood in Yakao. I propose go. And yeah, then I was Juma Boka. Say for the past so many years at Cocoa Board, ABC one. It is any profit there, and I say in this can be better say you talk Cocoa for maybe 30 years, 50 years. This is the amount of money a year friend is saying secure down. And I said I just say you're lost. We need to advise ourselves with our legal team. Because we did say, and then after meeting with the Cocoa Board and other things, no, there are a lot of things that we need to come about and then let the general public and then let the friend say, Ghanaian cocoa farmers who say, this is what is happening. Because seriously, no, we share the speed. Our farmers need be any abroad banana, and then they are calling for accountability. It I think say demonstration is the one way you move there, we need to stand by for such a serious activity. One way the best because one, now moving and second Janaka, and I'm telling you, sir, you see, we are organization, nobody finances.
Okay.
You're told by it, and you need to the length and breadth of this country.
Okay.
It's a you must say so to educated farmers. And you must say so you say. In some worker in Ano, Sankasan a nice a year some worker.
All right.
Fine. And then a mama.
Okay.
You should have some more farmers know this is the situation on the ground. Say the near Matia, say the near Matia. I could do latter part and Yama and Sona Hunu after the same chairman and settle there.
Okay.
By the close of the day, Mubeti
Mate, Nana Opambo Boating, National President, Concerned Farmers Association, and the Enono AD and Common 13 minutes past over 8 a.m. Ekosua AD in Common for issues has to do with cocoa and Africa Cocoa Board and issues of payment and no. Main Kwamanu to be your name. The Honorable Kwame Gakpe, or your Vice Chairman, Emma Food, Agric, and a Feso Cocoa Committee in Parliament. You know, ending come na fe share a hustle side there. Ababi PM, Honorable Memwache Moakwaba, Abaye Kessben 92.9, so na Feso Kessben TV. Me sure say be bear boko there. Yeah, the radio say. Yes, so
the farmers and
okay.
Farmers who are being affected by the issue.
Okay. That was say. Now, yenin komo minim hawa issue first of is ebobano what the committee stood to do when Sanema we started bobo what in the same is it from November and I say it was just about this January issues band pika I'm sensing way in Abano. When did you first hear about these matters?
Oh, we heard of it, but you see, we should lay certain background and then speak the truth. Though
okay.
I sympathize with the farmers, but the truth is the truth, nothing by the truth.
Yes.
What did the government promise? He promised that when they win power, the farmers will not suffer. The 70% of the FOB will be given to the farmers.
Sure.
Now let's put things in perspective and context.
Okay.
Context. As I speak to you, you know that for the 8 years during the MPP time, they have mortgaged the cocoa for buyers. They have mortgaged it at a cost of $2,100
Okay.
per ton.
Okay.
And then, as I speak to you, Ghana is not able to contract that contractor agreement. No, we are not able to fulfill it. Are you getting the point? So when the world prices of cocoa went up as at even $12,000 to $10,000, we are selling our cocoa at the cost of $2,100 because we have hedged the cocoa. We took money up front. So that is a real problem.
So there's a great shortfall.
Yes. So at that time, the price of cocoa was going around 10,000, 12,000.
Okay.
So most of the people are even smuggling the cocoa to neighboring country because the cost is favorable for them. Now, as I speak to you, the current cocoa price at world market is 4,200 as I speak to you today.
Okay.
But Ghana's cocoa, as I speak to you, is too expensive. Because when you look at the FOB, the 70% from the 2024-2025 is higher. It's around $6,000 per ton.
Okay.
And the government is paying, how much is government paying cocoa farmers as I speak to you? How much are they paying? They are paying based on the FOB. That. So the case is that now that the cocoa is 4,200, now they are coming to fix. When they fix the new price, the truth of the matter is that what the farmers are getting now on the cocoa, the bag of cocoa, is to reduce because they are using the foreign exchange.
Okay.
At that time, the exchange rate was 16 Ghana cedis per dollar. And then Minokasa is around 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
And that's what they are going to use to do it. So if, for instance, at that time, the cocoa was not mortgaged, cocoa echo $12,000, any $10,000, Ghana would have saved some money. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
And then Ghana, we don't have policy where about when we can actually save some money and cushion farmers in terms of distress like this. Because the mechanism and the system is designed such that it is based on the world cocoa price and then how they calculated based on dollar. Because their cocoa is sold, they are selling in dollars, and then what they are paying the cocoa farmers, they are paying them in cedis, applying the rate. So when the rate was 16, it was nice. But when the rate comes to 10, 11, it will affect the farmers. This is how the whole thing is. And then cocoa board have been mismanaged for the 8 years. That is why we are suffering this way. Let me tell you another thing.
Okay.
From 8 years, every year, the past regime always buy jute sack. Every year. Jute sacks they haven't even used to continue buying as I'm talking to you. There's a huge pile of cocoa sack. Even as at December 2024, December, they bought $84 million worth of jute sack. And then when they don't clear, it attracts demurrage. As I speak to you, all those jute sacks is in a warehouse starting demurrage. And those jute sacks can be used more than over 20 years. We will not buy. Ghana don't need jute sack. Why would you buy something that you will not use within maybe 2 to 3 years? But because of what they will gain from it, they were doing that. So, cocoa board need research.
Okay.
Where in the researching, we should think about pension, we should think about insurance for the farmers, we should think about money that we will put aside in terms of predicaments like this, government can cushion. If the cocoa were not mortgage, by this time government would have even save money and be cushioning farmers by adding $1,000 to their earnings. Are you getting the point?
Yes, I get it. But honorable, okay. But come on, say obi benya adwene se obe mortgage ye cool no dia kwaji sika no dia ba around that time that circumstances surrounding around that time and the be man ye and I say adwene be mpa no mo de be so mo de be yes so mo ba parliament and what is the process?
Because they have numbers, you know. At that time they have numbers.
Okay.
So they are able to do whatever they wanted to do. To hell with the opposition. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
If you are very strategic and then you are a good leader, you don't do this to Madagana. And then you know that when you enter into contractual agreement, whether prices go to $12,000 per ton because you have pegged your own at $2,100. Nobody. And then these buyers are the one who is also financing the farmers to farm. Are you getting the point? So there is a lot of challenge. The only thing remain in government have to communicate well to the farmers. And government have to sit down and look for money. Those days, the neighboring country, you know, when the cocoa went to $10,000, $8,000 per ton, $12,000 per ton, Ghanaians were smuggling the cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire and Togo. Now, as I'm talking to you, buyers for cocoa, they all left Ghana because Ghana's price is not competitive. Ghana's price is higher. So the buyers left Ghana market as I speak to you, buying cocoa from Togo and Cote d'Ivoire. Are you getting the point? Because here it's not favorable for them. Though Ghana cocoa is premium. The only thing government need to do is that we need to be competitive as I'm talking to you. Lower the price compared to that of the neighboring country. What is going around the world market from maybe $6,000 to the $4,100. Then the buyers will come to the market to move. Now, because some Ghanaians are not smuggling the cocoa to neighboring country because the prices is not good. Ghana prices is better. People are hesitant to smuggle cocoa now. And all those cocoa beans are staying in the country and it's become a burden now. Now, plenty is there, but you don't have money to buy them. Wow. The cocoa farmers, so some of them, the PBC were not able to pay them because they don't have money.
Yeah.
Because they haven't planned for that. Because look at voter regime. The whole of last year, cocoa, a ton of cocoa, they produced only 19, they sold only 19 ton, 190 tons of cocoa. But as I speak to you, they have over 2,000 tons of cocoa.
Wow. Huge.
Yeah, huge. So the smuggling is no more in the system because Ghana price is better than neighboring countries. So even that is even pushing other neighboring countries to bring their cocoa to Ghana also.
Okay.
So we have a lot of cocoa beans in the system, but there is no readily available money to buy them.
Okay.
Even if you buy them, they bought some of them on credit. So it's a real challenge as a country we should confront.
Okay.
So all government needs to do is to take the decision, bold decision, to be competitive, like how the world market is selling, buyers will come in. Or government have to look for money to buy the cocoa and pay the farmers at the higher price that Ghana is being afforded.
Okay.
This is how the whole thing.
Okay. Honorable, you better say a name command here, but just a minute on this one. I asked the same question to Jerome. What would be the permanent financial model I will foresee a bit to me idea settle these issues so that we don't come back to this, stress again for cocoa farmers?
We need to, government need to take a bold decision to initiate money, put money aside. When the cocoa prices are going higher, the dividends we should be saving some.
Okay.
So in terms of challenges like this, it will serve as a buffer to cushion the farmers.
Okay.
And then we will not feel this hit.
Okay.
Are you getting the point?
Okay.
So we need to be there by law, get some money and be saving money.
Okay. Okay.
Like how they do it for poor, or how we do it for other commodities where you save money in terms of challenges, you go in for that reserve
and
pushing the farmers.
Okay.
How the model we should.
All right. Honorable,
in future we should stop mortgaging cocoa upfront or saving loans and money that then peg the prices very low.
Okay.
This is uncalled for. And then finally, we should try as much as possible to add value addition. You need to add value to the cocoa. We can do soap, liquor. We should bring investors and be adding value to this cocoa bean. That is the only way we can actually move forward.
You spoke very well. Thank you so much, Honorable Radin Shram Republic Komopa. All right, Honorable Kwame Gakpe, Vice Chairman, Emma AF Food, Agriculture Cocoa Committee, our Parliament, and then Edin Common 26 minutes into 8 a.m. Yedin Common Refa Cocoa, and whomever now other issues you see, do home common, you better home common yepa.
Promotion. I feel better the other. Now feel better from who the road the mount. Make am for Circle Sky Mall at the amount. Say a foreign and not local foods. Organic near my pop baby. Yes, Circle Sky Mall. Circle Sky Mall. I was some Debbie Mount. Every Saturday, 19th January, 17th February. Circle Sky Mall. Promotion. Products beer one. Ya take the water swap from craft. If it provisions a boost of cosmetics, any toiletries a boost of and to the other side of the Circle Sky Mall. No, I bet you would be Pebia. Loduko, never me fear de. Circle Sky Mall tea, and we are singing Denkra. Circle Sky Mall, you will come and Kruma Circle. I'll see that Twin Towers down where first floor, Bora Abribia. Press 0240 212 510 and answer 0242 346675. Circle Sky Mall, you better fear de.
Yeah, that's it, Sky Mall. Yeah, the Masi pa. Now, Namal Estate and Construction Limited, some men can't say. A woman say, Sikadie Yenibi. Nemo no Sikano so Sebetoyen Semua. A Safata says, ya depa. Na open so ya depa na face so de bois a ye busian. Na uma ebusian etumi ejina ye. Na debiane dada nyina debiane ya tum 2 years rent ya tum 5 years ya tum say. Na odwene na watumi sika 2 years na da koma fiera na akwa ensem bebre ama ye 2 na obobesia na ofa ha wunya sika ni bi na sika betokotoku mu a mepacho wa woni na Mal Estate and Construction Limited ending komo na omau eye asase papa asase adachi obetumi ediesi wudan asase adachi obetumi di eja na wankasa me no kasa sesie kwan opese wo fapso si wudan bia style bia bi opese osi bia no na Mal Estate and Construction Limited se men kan cho so omo asase papa pa na omo promotion no omo ye no package no ekoyie pa entimen kan cho ne amene wo ekase ye ntem na wone na Mal Estate and Construction Limited for ND and Komo na asase a wo to ayesan ma 100 pieces of blocks there. Now they are starting a juma ne there. Jack, ompewe na apedi a asase na kase mu no yate so discount wo so. Na yate asase no so no akwakope biato. Na wo to wie yeso ne asan ma 100 pieces of blocks asan guso. Say Jack fasha ase fasha juma na se na de aka bia no ye hu si ne be ka ne dia. Na Mal Estate and Construction Limited omaya de ye pa. Omon sase na ewo amasaman. Dodowa Kaswa, Teacher Mante, Dentura, Kotoku, Fanchine Ko, Honum Yina, Omasase no, Ewo Honum Watches, or Muguso Moton. Inti an intem, now on it, Namal Estate and Construction Limited, Indi and Komo, na Omba Boye pa, office no, Ewo Aye Amasamai, Obey Forest, a Honum, and na Aye office no, Ewo, Namal Estate and Construction Limited. Asaseno omugusua ton ma men kan kire na kope bi to no matete so sika ne hye empanase uhu de onfanye to asaseno na ji blocks ni guso na ye ne kakrakra na oso sabi kobie udan no kobie ufia no ne nyina ye mbra bi na beka cheme se ampa na Mal Estate and Construction Limited oma yade oma boa pa inti from I was 020 505 1525 020 505-1525 and as it says 0598 65 39999 0598 65 9999 now ne Namal Estate Construction Limited for ND Enkomo na bibia ebetumi akoyi amount yom eye edro sonko yom eye herbal lotion a abadwaso a mepacho wa wo se obody yo ya pa me no tunchia edro we asem na making yom your friend yom herbal lotion yom herbal lotion ukokruma ukobebia wonsa beka eye yom herbal lotion na yom herbal lotion no me na me se me no tunchia no obody bebia yo ye bia wo de me se kope yom herbal lotion bi na wotobia fafefa eye bebia eye wo ya ne so na ma ho eye minute mienu miensa eko eye 30-20 minutes na frame me Kojo Preko Dankwah na ka che me se yom no anya adwuma yom herbal lotion eboye pa yenma ye body pains ye joint pains abnormal cramps emano omomenses bana pains na no hye ebu ho so mitimi mba adwuma na pains no ano den cramps no ano hye pacho neina eye yom wo de fa bi faso keke adwuma no wobekọ adwuma no wobeye wobesresere mo bia hu sampa say wo kra no pain bia eni ho yenma ye headache ayano mundra nom tablet anom munyai na monkope eye yom na monfa emfa eye bibia eye wuti no bibia ye wo de fafa ho ke fafa mo maso keke bibia ebeye fine yenma yanna ye pillow no ensheda nko ye nyina no neck pains abanyina no yom herbal lotion ebetumi aboa yenum so a ye wo eye fractured bone ana face no ekru woda ye ho a eye open ye say otumi so obi ehu se be ekru wo ho da fa yom na ye so keke bibia ebetumi akọ yenum so ye wo eye stroke pain from arthritis migraine to be bone kekekeke no dundum light nyina no himo se mitifa nyina ya me pa yom ebetumi aboa pa pe yom ni bi na ebeboa esanso eye body massage inti massage for therapist amoye massage nyina no monkopa dwom ni bi enka eye massage ndro no ho na ebeboa ye pa opese uyusu a wo de bibia ye oyana na fafa ho keke bibia ebetumi akoyi ebo pharmacy bia na feso herbal shop bia wonsa ebeka bi se wo pedodo tu pa dia mepacho woni eye deals generation enterprise for ND Enkomo oni eye deals generation enterprise for din koma boa pa from our 0244 730 295 0244 730 295 and answer 0302 945 146 0302 945 146 and answer 053 4904 964 053 490 4964 buy use promote and earn top na yusu na ebebo yom herbal lotion and wasam and I can show 33 into 8 a.m. Before Betnas already seated already seated a citizen of all Atodazis also the general secretary my GCPP 2028 omonomoba abemu and I feel so Charles McCarthy managing editor the Hawk newspaper so atenase ye train na ye nua be my yaw asene tano political activist so betenase na fe ye nua Kojo Yeboah former youth organizer yawa so West MPP wagon ono so betenase na ye di enkomo ne ahwe the echo ene de benyina and this one says that mojo politicians have sweet talk. The farmer needs his or her money to decide how to use it. Supply of inputs to support farmers is neither here or there. It is just political talk. I'm a farmer. Kojo, do you know that the PCs don't have sufficient sacks? Thanks, Kwatin Frimpong from Enyano Kumase and Odene Diabo. Say now I am having 11 bags outstanding with the PC at Nyenso in Tontroso. Okay, the MPP should come out and defend the accusation leveled against them. This one is from Mojo and not the way by. This one says that good morning to you too. I need okay, you need Honorable Gakwe's number, right? Okay, Berry Shamana want to know Eddie and come on. This one's Capital Go also mentioned, say, after elections, no campaign. Let's all support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to win power come 2028 because we are suffering. Now, you can see there is no money to pay our great cocoa farmers. This is so sad. Regards to Honorable Mavis Akumse, incoming MPP, National Women Organizer, hopeful. On also no do the when can last one when I fame campaign forcing in Kodin Common. This one says, I am Eric Kwekubwedi, patriotic citizen, Bichim. Cocoa farmers are still waiting for their payment, but President Mahama is busily changing names. Now, 24-hour economy promise has turned into a different name. Now, Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. They must focus on building the economy and desist from becoming an agent of name changing. My regards to Dr. Baumia, Adrian John Boyd, Honorable Howard Kumsen, and then Dr. Fred Che Asamoah. On also need or they ebaye and no. Yes, I said that for Yindi and Komo and Komono. And then we're looking at, of course, cocoa issue ebeto joy as I say ye di hun komo kakra na afi ye toaso wo hono. And then the Attorney General also is saying that he's giving the public assurance of government commitment in fighting corruption. That was a visit paid by the Vice President to the office, and the man same way by yeah. And then you're going to have issues with the matters arising from the MP presidential candidate sympathizers in Ubia alcohol paying allegiance and support for the unity that they're talking about. The unity of the party. Will it survive? And also and then another big issue that is also on the chopping board has to do with the airport and the changing, you know, baso and answer embasso and also hunkomo ewo honum a yebedi 24-hour economy and parliament di hunkomo yepa to become an authority or to see it as an office of the president where Guzitano will have to work from. No, which one do we want? Yebedi ni na so hunkomo ene anopempe for michamu bibia bokode. Nice. Nice. Just say, just say, be able to KPD. Yeah. Yeah.
You will be denied and so
one or twice. I say, when I say, me bisa.
Oh, yes, a cocoa body.
Oh, now know what to move my own view.
Sir,
against me. Why can't you imagine?
I saw granny.
I saw can on yellow colour and I catch it. I say, when it comes to cocoa board and somewhere, Maakye trend information in Maakye.
Information in now, Maakye.
And I pay a cocoa board.
Okay, yes.
Charles, since I wore all the information.
Yeah, from my
that's all. And we should also know that he's an editor.
I'm not
yes.
Of Hawk newspaper.
Yes, managing editor.
Exactly.
Of the Hawk newspaper.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the research.
The research or the corner Jumamuno.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They be catch all there. Chance you will be a casa. And
you don't doubt.
I normally main question.
Yes. You said it. Yes, you said
it's
it.
Because I know he's thorough in whatever he does. So. And the where the information is coming from there, Charles in cocoa board. I don't also doubt it. Into Charles Monko.
Wow, into that year the one you know by Charles. What's your minority? With Jerome so Akasa. Who figures in who be when it comes to cocoa matters in Bibia Shawonsa. By NTSC. Yes.
I mean, the lead covers.
Yes.
Kojo Preko Dankwah, my child production, and the production of Maakye says, "Omo external production."
Sir.
One for Nemo with the Kojo.
I see. No more. I'm an says, "I know where they are."
Makasari, and I think say. Do a daily gist. See, minority rejects 24-hour economy bill. I think there's just one sentence. I see Parliament has been sharply divided. When Parliament is said to be sharply divided, what does that mean? Lawyer.
So they are sharply divided.
So the way now I'm called Benkrum.
Would this our parliament can it be sharply divided?
Okay, Matewase.
And I mean 80 something.
Yeah, 85 was 84.
Against
100 and something.
Sharply divided. Yeah, can be. Okay, I think that me and a topic
maybe in terms of the debate.
Oh,
and maybe I weigh 5-5.
Will always stand.
So
here we be standing.
Maybe in terms of that, yeah.
Minority will always have a minority view. Cannot have a sharp division. My interest, Kutuka International Airport, Mosimo Pesemo Society.
The Cocoa Board.
Yes, a pese, but to the Cocoa Board Nancy now, Yambrano. So,
Cocoa Board, what is that Cocoa Board? In-house misunderstanding between the CEO and the CMC, Cocoa Marketing Company, MD. So this was what happened. Randy take you over or your appointment. He appointed somebody or elevated somebody to the rank of Cocoa Marketing Company, MD. Daniel Kofi Martin.
Okay.
And that appointment was reversed, what I say, from the presidency. As a president tonight, the reverse appointment, new appoint you being to that office. From that point on, there have not been peace between CMC and CEO. And CMC for person mu ye bibia, ma only person bibia na according to insiders, na CEO a block. To the point say no so person mu ye implement 24-hour economy way. Ewo Cocoa Marketing Company. It's been blocked. Or try internal restructuring. So Obia you do above for there. You would need to internally recalibrate the positions in Tibia or see production but you see who koha or try it that is eating the company. Procurement department one of the challenges to the extent say mamena or take on mono your man call leave. I say your man call leave because Omaye 1 or 2 procurement, Omato chemicals worth 6 billion. Ghana cities are cars be Omako to the procurement issues. And when the lady raised questions, and on a fee say on proceeding on leave, and Omudi will be according to my information is from the football community. And Omudina like acting procurement. Would you say we share say Cocoa Board are forcing intimate yomoka mbwa? Is that not the cry now?
Yeah, the cry is
I would think say every CEO, every manager would want to prioritize paying the debt before incorporating or better car ama no workers. Especially that Cocoa we do it now. The men the cha na emuye hata to say Zimbabwe dollar idea and wait and a editon mewa.
Yeah.
Cocoa see wait in editon. And a see what chance the more it dries, the lighter it becomes. Reduce weight in their effect. I think say any serious manager of such a sector would want to prioritize defending architecture depth in us for other than cars. But then unfortunately we are told to say matter 120 brand new pickups at SUVs 4 for CEOs and deputies, and we maybe leader bianenia a sinner so. I say, the fan is this present leadership of Cocoa Board no, or more priority. I say, it my for benya cars at Tramo Queduma, na Cocoa a crea for ebe kikamu soon do munsabe go mutiatra josi yesika yento yo na ye Cocoa munti maybe sa. Say yes, there na KPD. I think say me who ni beba say what the kaha na prioritize say obi tua can be na edidi more aba and you see fire economy ya apart from men na shift about gold na usually a cocoa and a sustain kakra me wa opa cocoa no aba sa hospitality sector no alcohol energy kakra and largely we were rotating between energy na yaba gold na cotton cocoa say and eating I say to share President Kufuor so you know where the focus was rolling cinema but cinema mama buy the focus has been gold and gold is doing the magic yeah what is it to me, we na boom together. If we are able to harness the gold sector, it me cocoa sector no. The energy can just 3 pay. You can tell the baby the economy be because presently gains if you gold.
Yeah.
This present gains are about you see been see that 30 years now you inflation about damn say 3.8
yeah
AC dano KPD from one sector gold this energy no gold na affect energy is an energy no fat and who just energy and home so and so you can imagine if each sector cocoa board
right
na cocoa na agric obia so any cultivate salt in large quantities. Export to salt. Nigeria depends on salt more than Ivory Coast depends on salt more because some of I oil seminar for this is what we are supposed to do. And Kayemre. But unfortunately, no, you forget to be a man for many of multi studio akoto watch no and the money will learn no mubofu. We learn to there. We no kokanta or leather belt.
Leather belt is what we are going.
Oh, yes, you did yeah, willing maybe a branch a bit me had the value to it. Then a bit me I have one. Yeah, Greek sector no. Apart from your cuckoo, beans, cashew nut, and what have you. Should be a new eye timid drink. So let's sit down here and add value to it. That'll be me challenge. Sanka you better you see our legumes and the authority.
Legumes and something
and grains authority.
And grains authority, yes.
These are what have they been able to do over the period? Authority, they no more regulate. But you see, there will be our papers, but the implementation. The implementation in theatre, Okana, Abrofona, Sabatoya, Yanema. No more call rebranded their bread, say organic. And can we say organic in the future? I didn't think in Kraya could do America, South America, but organic. And we now chased organic things in containers. So see a better organic in Yamawa have by mono.
Organic no container.
There were containers nicely packaged. And bourgeoisie for a lawyer for Kuni.
A lawyer for Munya bourgeoisie for.
What are they?
They are
bourgeois.
Sir.
Hey, not so good, Mama.
Okay.
They are bourgeois.
Okay. I didn't know.
For to take our attention from them, no middle class.
How much did I have middle class?
The bourgeois, the real bourgeois.
I see.
So I'm Pabo Moshe.
Okay.
So I'm ties on mobile. And then but that is in the end. Let's think.
Okay.
Randy Abimu money no. My money near football no. Oh, my man in Tiasia. This is a new place altogether. The coefficient inside that need Jumasa. Because
coefficient in
no, it's a coefficient in need. Only the other say, within the confident in the name of Breno. Now, all the fertilizer obey the no what do I didn't bet enough, but no yet tono what me out tono what Jinisika.
Okay.
On and or dream on. Also, the answer over block loopholes. Send a bay I intimate fan and trim from neighboring countries. Say Africans, say a Quacoton, say Burkina, Moody, Famwako. That is what they are supposed to do. Policy. And then you try Mokai. See, Cocoa Board is one of the agencies that the CEO Jessica Cross in the minister. Oh, Cocoa Board CEO. Who cast CEO some Jessica Senate president. Yeah, Cocoa Board is part of it. No monthly allowance, you will be no monthly pay. Entertainment in Kwa, no entertainment in Kwa. But it takes about 100,000 a month. Yeah, that's it. I mean, about 100,000 a month.
Was it?
Yeah, let me say one thing. Now, CEOs now.
So what? Who grade here from Bank of Ghana? Cocoa Board.
Yeah.
GMPC. GRA.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bank of Ghana, Cocoa Board, GRA.
That's the big three.
The big three.
What are the big three?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes.
No. You see, I don't want to. Now, see what you want you cry and yet 50,000. See you. Who? Now, see what you 10,000.
And you are calling the lawyers bourgeois when you are mentioning figures like this.
That's what you are taking 71 of it.
I mean, call a mini citizen when I feel him, Kojo na yentinsi airport in him. Okay. So, I mean to you on the Cocoa matters.
Some of the new lawyers are earning 1,500 a month.
So,
any and pay.
Just so
1,500. Any and monthly pay. Or consult your money saying.
What consultant would you have? I said that on see.
Who's on car? What consultant would you say?
Oh, to me,
case be your money petrol.
Oh, okay.
Case be
it depends.
I'm not talking about
case be your back quarter. Why do you
what case?
Or do for and cry how much it
me, I mean, your case be lawyer. I'm a fan or charge me. I'm a Machianica. But what could be every case you're making 1,000 every day be to acquire. At the be only get to say, I join me no picture be here. On person work is a man want to be.
I join, sir. 9,000, sir.
What make over 2 years?
Ain't no 2,000 2 years.
I'm telling you. So, on the end, I was what charge I can give what charge you will be a pro.
Would be a can watch
charge my trio.
Nothing about saying,
no, could be all man petrol uncle. 1,000 no one is anchor one. I'm power.
That's okay, so bad.
Daho. Again for the next one.
And he had seen a get you
out. Shit.
Wow. At the right time, you better trip. And I paid Kojo Mincho.
Yeah, just so lawyer citizen at that's yeah, just so.
I remember Mincho.
Lawyer Joso.
You see, Cocoa Board is himself. I think over the years, and Charles, I think there were several platforms. I mean, it's not Maakye. Some of these issues, it puts me off a bit because I feel like every change of government or every government issues about cocoa board. Obedeja hey my kawansam. And say in Komodia back and forth, it's almost the same conversations. Oh, this one did it this way. Yeah, syndicated loan. And I keep asking myself this. So there are two leading countries in the whole world, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, seated in West Africa. Yet we have ECOWAS. Sometimes you only hear of them when one of them decides to misbehave and it causes coup. They will watch on for one of them to misbehave. 90-year-old, no, change the constitution. They will watch the person to do that. Assemble, then they want to flex the muscles they don't even have. Yet how are you taking advantage of the natural resources in the West African community to ensure that you position the West Africa as a very solid development partner, even for the whole of Africa? African Development Bank. So we are saying that we can raise money from African Development Bank to champion cocoa. We can't. So I don't know what really sometimes is the challenge. But we've seen that these are the issues we continue to be grappled with. First, the Kojo loan. Now, loan in what I'm PBC for no akototo, Otoria, Wakoto, Nek home for Sonagania. So anytime the price are Yedokote, there was a shortfall from the world market because we pegged it at a certain cost in Yedokote. Yekotono, that price I move into all but the money at the cow. And currently that is the situation we are dealing with. Because there was already a kawa Ghana no able to me a supplier, yen to me and supply the bags of cocoa no. Na abaye how it the ho. And we are dealing with that a kawa or the ho. So until when na a situation or you tried and tested, because I thought this syndicated system was tried and tested. That's what we've been dealing with, and now either ben that or no ben no or yeah insisting be because odukusawa no Kojo loan. Now it seems that is the situation we are dealing with. So we need to sit down well and look at the issues. I'm in there. We can leverage young partnership well. Now you're more solid. Then we can even be determinant of some of these prices. Because the way I hear in the Yabaya structure no, or Chinobi Bano Abakare, there was a problem with that structure in June. And that is where the internal wranglings Charles Ekanwansami also comes to play. You see, baby, I am politics in India. Omama Obia ba Opedo take certain shine, and that causes the rifts in there. Obia pedo or rock boats in the kakra. Obia pedo show the muzzles. I don't know why we want to do this to a very essential part of our economy. I mean, Ghana you over reliance on cocoa yende, and we have kept saying, more classics. One of the things I know you can want some was adding value to our cocoa, the raw material.
You can't know.
All these years, this is still the conversation. So then it shows how we are not growing. Over 40 years ago, we were talking about the fact that Ghana, we need to add value to our cocoa.
It's true. As
we speak now, it's still part of the conversation. It shows how we are still marking time, So, on the Gaggisberg economy, we need to turn around the Gaggisberg economy. We are still dealing with the Gaggisberg economy, heavily dependent on importation. So I feel there is more we need to do beyond the talking. Now, we are going to mark time on these issues. Okay. But as some cry Parliament Honorable Gakwe Okaya Miyemshim is the fact that, and it's a business. It's a whole cartel. Those who do jute cocoa sacks, it's a whole cartel business. And that is how come us are Benedon were beyond what was needed.
Yes.
And just before they exited power, us by the 2.4 billion or million Ghana cedis. What a crate.
Yeah.
I mean, how? And this is not just that place. You had to the same thing. Echo certain ministries are we don't even need. ECG, we had the same. We don't even need. Those we need in Bomno now one crab because no ebia in faso obi on also. Them sacks you miss it or as a whole cartel and business in Kofri what for the word bomb money. It's sad. I am Ghana cry. Why are we running? We ran Ghana like Ghana I am one. That's Ghana actually I'm trim to Trinity me left right center. I de me numian said.
Yeah.
Because okay. You loot the left right center. And Operation Recover All Loot is also being looted by itself.
Citizen, any attending cano. Kojo, briefly on the cocoa matters. Farmers were complaining. Sikane mbasi so much mu almost started to ebima a license buying companies so betumi so etia cocoa for no minority for your press conference and on that one. Just brief on that. Now me no one shasi fee. The issue of naming of Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. I'm Fambra saying Yentoaso. So maybe you want to touch on the cocoa thing briefly. Nafe, your issues on the changing of name from Kotoka to Accra.
No cocoa and those of me have any. Okay. Nothing being Accra. Because you never can answer them in chow. Manage my power away.
That's it.
And then they were a customer muti. I remember a month ago a report.
Yes.
Report we by Mamma de Breo. It's a motor to near Makama.
Yeah, that's it.
Cali management. Nyansa was.
Yeah, that's it.
When in the Namutia sounds so.
I
mean, Chairman, you may by no more late comers near there. There's a distance.
But open the kind also share late comers.
Yes, there's a distance will be the money band by.
Okay.
We'll be better and Tia bus studio. There's will be so faka bears a 1 hour and or do a difference. To make Chairman, you
so.
Yeah. I Kojo, when we do baby, I made the cocoa, some say, bah, Yana be any mother because your appointment. I was the first person because I can't say my was at Sunday pa. And Mamma can see you no bono. Emra or number and Colabidi, Banch Diana Cocoa, dear extend is 125 to in the enemy went to mine. Because of baby, I know fee. Any other, I know him difference. I say we can and you got the kid to a moment di matem and because na me can same way say here kwa for na say be yanya ba be e dua cocoa ni ade e be 3-4 o'clock right small ba ye ni awo ne niam na nam tiesi enya obi o ye okua ni otikua ase ene na kokua for a sector no ene watima adwene ho wotima say me ne wo ka say cocoa clinic esika neshi me wa cocoa fo bi ani Accra wotima say na nke ye na nke cocoa clinic esi mehamia ana baby say Kojo senka ye ba ko won baby cocoa clinic si enti no mi a mebusia for mo te brown kanya ase na obi krom ni go so kukom ni akodie hwebra emo a wi wa ni ade even o be ka kra wonya drombo me to me ba wi wa ka me mako for me nsa ba ko me nan me nsa enti Kojo bi te akura so no so ka me bo fi wonye emfie kitu ani o enti de obi beto cocoa no ese hwe ni Kojo atia na ai siwo Randy ba be ka kire say Emra onoba eteki over no sika omuka se omudi kwa de omkwaji loans on ba beto cocoa di akono sika no omkwaje ye cocoa no ba beto akọ beans omudi ko mo amfa anko sika no so ni obiom wo ba beto ananse se wo be cancel we kire good but wo wi an hihye be na ye fa ho atu and this be say 1 year na atwam yi what is buahin edu no what is your friend oba bi da cocoa board ye mfre obi ada ba da bia mo so mo ka critica e ka obi ni be boy sika ni ba bia wo ka chamenya odan esa mo buy mo make sure so mo amkwaje loan na ade e some the loan you man fa anye no e kwa be na mo de mo afa so e na nchai ye te kro wem na si wo kwakura ase ene akuafa kokohia o ko no so na konwa akufa do so ankonwa me ye kan ye o kono oso na konwa de adu bush latest form akonwa kakraka bi na osim e na oni akuafo kasa ye ka asem hey e NDC be kan NPP be kan Akufo-Addo gusu one land cruiser e de akonwa atwa e ho okure mu nyina NDC for fa ne obi a wusi wa da koko ano wo kwa na so de akonwa na mmemma na so akonwa de
wura but I don't know whether
there's pictures in about
pictures
what am I say
did he deny? I think he denied it all.
What do you mean deny? Ade a wote so ne nkrofo emi ti no deny.
Richie check man.
What am I say? Saadi oba be da ho. Yem fa no ntun chei. Kwajo system e koso yi. Wo hwe kokko akuafo. E be say 1-2 month mo eto ye nyina. Wo come village Kenya ase ade ade a. Omo mo te kokko akrachefo na dwane. Omo ato kokko no mutimi nti omo kanti dodo na adwane. Ene kokko no de anto ene so so aka no. Wo se esi wo ache nyina na mu ye light. Etu ahwe akotoko be mienu mpo na be 64 kilos no. Because emu be wait ni nyina na efimu duduo na ade nyina aka yento wotima se yeti kro we mu tis allege ya e koso se wafa be 7 billion or 8 billion Ghana cedis e de akwakoto koko enuro e de aba na niema no mpo de ye dey de ya e ho na ya dua ye mutimi ntoye entukoto do de ba be dey ade na untua obi ko fa sax mose sax na ode bae no na mfaso oni so because ni e wo bebre hu hia ba se na no mo kraba na wo kokoo no na wo so koto ye na ode aba na kokoo na ya ye bebrebe na mutimi nto no ade na mfasa sika nko nkoto eti wo so na anya bia wo so no wo bi binti na cat binti na wo so ya na mwakra 115 pickups ya mo ba be chama mo ho 4 land cruisers ni nyina 4 land cruisers ene so mwakra mo dia bakojo 4 land cruisers no wo beda ba kuma mo deputy na nkrofo de dem meanwhile mo da koko no mo kra koko no sabia nyaado koko na aka nwuram koko na aka yi ni nyina koko what system nyaade keto kojo every day nkrofo fra ye mo ne mo nkan o ye koko nyina ye di bronya wie ye nya sika because of koko issues kojo eti ye kan sem we ya ye pa mampani ncha wo do bi ko sector bi a esa ohwe nipa ne interest or sector ho no nkrofo mo ho no sebia nyaado wo betimi no mo ye dwuma na tu akwa na ye di nipa ne ba ne ye kan ye sebia kasa ne ye pe wo Randy ba yo adenti na wo de hwe priority one ba bia kwonso kofa land cruiser 4 wodi aba wakofa pickups say 150 wodi aba ye be chat dem wa fa 7 or 8 billion e da koto koko no di aba men wa koko na yati nyina akuafa ti nyina ka etu okire bi obi tore me mabusu ani bi so no say akoko ameti ye nyina be 30 bucks ya anto ni nyina say ya asase no so na da ho no ye se gold abam ye tu so betima nya bi ada na ye ntwa koko ni nguni anya bibisa enna madodo ni nyina ezen eti the make say papa na wo ho asase wo no empanimfo ne kasa ananso mbe changes omunye changes na kwa mu na ne mpa obi o ya agree mesi na no your friend na ne one of your sister station ni ebusa no question ni chekere mu anu ode ba no Kojo medwene ho amenti ase ade kronti ayento ye price no high nti ne ento ye measures be na mu gu akwa mu nti amu raise price ni kokoduro mu anhu say o kire bi ye teso amu be kire mu ana eti adwene be na ba mu timu ye mo plan say mu de kosro na say ye nto eno anaka tu ye see woni afrɛ na be church ade we mu a wo pese o kire say okay did the Americans say akuafo no me ye kuani mabusuafo nyina gu mu koko ni ade me papa me maame mu nya koko ni ade kobron afkanya so binkrom ni ade ade e ho ne ye koko guo bebre so ade de koko hu nsem say ba etimi affect ye e ma ne ye me ya mabusuafo de nyina kadam bronya obi na otibidi bi ho no gise ye no ho enya kwans bi na ade ase no meanwhile mo bomode etimi ade aye koko ate koko process anse na obetuma wie ade agu abasa obabeton Kojo nya de keto na de ye mpo ni se koko crash for no babeto obi de call ye no omu nyina adwan obi adum ni phone
ufro
anya obi akọ eti ye ko busa hwan eti ye si wo na so obi to no so te se ye si wakokra land cruiser 4 wode deputies ne crofo babedem wakokra pickups 150 wo babe chairman ne crofo no madem wo wi akoto adura beguo aduro no koto ade ade ye the nya ya kra ni faso nti Kojo de make an say o mampani ma na ni nko because a bible lose a bible nya we bia ye won niam ba ko mienu bia etumi affect duduo ni nyina to hwe hu say abai no toto niam ye wo akuafo ne ensem
okay
wa but abai na twa mu na anya yi a wa obai de na wo so ye Buahiedo 1 year na etwa obi antwin friend or court obi antwin charging even a p mo so amode nsem gu omo so eti anansesem na mo to kire ya na
okay
to mo kono mo mra bi Kojo.
All right, medasi Kojo, medasi ye pa. Now condolence to myself. Next week Friday 13 February is my biological mommy Cecilia Joamo Akwa funeral at Akwesihu Kwewu. Mr. Host and your panel, you are invited. We are Comensa Pilatu. My condolence to you, Mate. You been come up. Say what they also we buy. And then this one says that Mr. Host on the cocoa issue, the lamentation is too much. Please ask the panel when are the farmers receiving payment. Case die. No hear any sikano. I'm not here Sisia. Now he says that Joe Mensa organized a Cote d'Ivoire branch. The farmers are crying when DC pay the farmers backs, and also they are or they buy. And this one says that Blueprint writes from Isikado Ketan. He says Cocoa Board has failed and in its mandate they must pay the farmers and stop this political gimmick. Why should you sell the cocoa before you pay the farmers? The cocoa farmers need their monies and not rhetoric. On also need the boss greetings to Fifi Boafo, our incoming Takwen Soyem MP. Okay, Fifi, morning wherever you are. Bia Ra ya Tano Asane Tano a political activist Obekayensa Sani Asani Ababekayensa morning bra bibia boko there. Nice. Yeah, the radio say. We didn't come to FA and a minority press conference on me cocoa for issues 3 November basis. Same Rafina. You have said between you and kind most indications near mu. But to say ya kwakra we ya basika we ya faha ya mortgage ye cocoa. You said that call you $2,100. Your mortgage could do on. Just and some of those will be they hear and say farmers and say hey, Isika and you here to on that one of the issues of change of name from Kotoka to Accra International Airport.
I'm sure production team, I'm sure my colleagues. Now, first of all, I'm correct a certain impression Kojo created about the fact say CEO of Cocoa Board also na Koyan or the call in Krasi. That is not accurate. If you check the facts on the ground. Also, me my track rehearsals are, and I want to believe that Kojo also probably same. Say Yabodja, I am Krofua said be him say or more a little bit affluent within the village. I be or more demo or more say Okama Kunya first so and so no. Or more koyi eba, and in most cases, a Kunyan cry one if you're more than to macra katahum money panel or better depending. May grow me free for Kujina or Western North. Now, Cocoa track. Corona in Asia, into Corona war in Finfin. The Lord assume, say, Anka a honor ura and the Abbey buyer. Say, yes, say, almost or ye meetings no cocoa say. He wanted to portray something, to project the cocoa. It was the first of it kinda. See you, walk foam, na cameras edinachi, na ye meeting, ewo cocoa do yasi, and I say cocoa foam. And that's what the Nekonya and no they or they call. I think that we should be very, very careful about some of these things.
Me say no. Me say what the Nekonya koye. And no
Nekonya. Let us be fair.
I think he came denying that particular.
You know how the village operates. Saho baho. Me fa say party mpanyfo eba me mikrom kojina. Obi a me fa say Kojo no enim say o Kojo de obone homodin o siesie ne dem kama. Yetumi ko sre no. Na wa ninkonya ne ya de abesh apahehye amasa nipa na transo. It was the same thing that happened. And yes, was sunkonya no den nam. I think that we should be very, very fair. We are no free. The issue about say Accra Land Cruisers for any pickups 150. I don't think that it is for leisure. It is to use them for work.
Get work.
It has been happening. Every institution. We
answer a PR a year.
What money we
have the cocoa asama to. Who fits every Who make a cocoa? Who be defending?
What a money we, what a money we. Money we, Kojo money we. What a Kojo money we. What a money we, money we.
Who a PR or not a PR?
What a money we, money we.
Yeah, a cocoa can know a work of
what a money we, money we. Or church.
But it's also never even an account here. Man, you should be there.
What a money we. What a cocoa matters and I need you. That is so weird. He said he some impressions that are on. What the money
that you are creating,
what the money
which is wrong.
Kojo money.
It doesn't matter. You see, we are spewing certain things outside to the general public. We should be careful. You cannot sit here and denigrate somebody when it is clear. Say one swear the konya everything crying. It has never been done. I am giving you vivid information as to how Nkonyano go. Nkonyano yedi kogu ho. Ni nyina rande bi na so akoye. Nkonyano nyina rande bi na so akoye. I mean, let us be fair.
Okay.
Cars, yeah, you should hear Juma. Every institution be cracker, no matter what, right? Now let's come to the substantive matter. I am appalled. Say, Ghana pa yedua koku enye de. Now up to date. I don't, in fact, I need to check. But exactly when we started borrowing money to buy our own cocoa, I mean, it's a similar song. Ghana cocoa, the way it's share, no. Now from the beginning, maybe I mean, citizen, about value addition. Value addition, not only on cocoa, but our farm produce in Ghana, no. A shall save requirement from our bresso. They make sure that no or more young share. You know my no buy a drink you bet me add value. Into Kingsway, any other stores are who are no. Now mostly Ghana, you know my aya added value and you go at home. Diana ya crefia man on your kitty wese. To the point to say, a bedroom pensu be a workers, you send your cheat to Kingsway once a week, Jumano. Bet me I could take groceries, a lot of them, whichever you want. You AC Munina. Now the abefi, you try your car, you take free source. Those things were happening. What changed? As far as I'm concerned, your friend said, this country, Brazil. Brazil, cocoa, every single cocoa farmer in Brazil, and him said you see added value to cocoa. No, what will cross hono. They know how to add value to it. So back here, many as what cross that. Your time, no, you will be a friend. I'm munching. Semunabi.
Yes.
A friend say, body, any cocoa, no, manoma, any idea I'm munching. Ye chick, ye the adjourn woman, woman, ye chick, and any the dry. Very, good soap. Would the dry honam because of chemicals a woman in tea, a ye no, into your mouth honam a torso. This is the same way Brazil processing cocoa. Omo mati cocoa no matono, unclassify no. Omo cheating the same cocoa no to add value to it. Na enya ehunhu bia wo. Wo cheating to say wo change ya. And I say what hata awo no. No we say chim to say wo change ya no. Abrochi omo beka say omo de machine ya de hiti. Na ya de agu mu na oven bi mu na ya hiti. Ba wo chia na eye gregreu no a. Na wa pound and I say bia do beko nika na wasi. Wo si ya sabe na ntwe milk wa kotobi. Wo tobia na wo de agumu esija so na wo kam say friend saying honey and sugar na wo de beguma you have one of the best organic chocolate ever. Cocoa na what ye gu from ho akurase ya tini ya buru no say no sa nsuo de free mo enwini ko from waste no eye ade a ye de ye beverages. Ghana hakra minim say bi mu central region omo ye bi a German company bi no more partner with Ghana no omo ye bi until if you google cocoa juice fresh and it is so organic until omo ti cocoa na omo mfa ngu cocoa na se mansuo ni nko keke they have a way of storing it in so na free mu ba no they collect them to say ye cashew there no na omo process it and it's so fantastic. Ya bedu some pempensu we ya cocoa farmer ba kunkura I stand to be corrected. But I don't think say cocoa farmer ba kunkura wo Ghana ha. A wo tin cocoa na say 100 bars obeka say me ton 80, 20 no me am tifia me process na maton. Difficult. There was a time in 2012 cocoa processing company published in Ghanaian Times. I remember very well. Say they wanted to train people with tema into microphone form application. They will train them how to make chocolate. Until we are, they will give you a small machine. I'll be you so now with the higher chocolate. And I say, look at this. What kind of policy is this? Rather than go and train them in the villages, the cocoa farmers. Now we could train what's microphone emra or tema what publish it. Now omo tema hono akra hano na omomra hwana. Make it a policy, cocoa process, and go to the villages and go and give them skills. So that the cocoa no better add value to it. Yet higher bobosian yadito cocoa. I am optimistic. Say no ma SCCC Ubebi said DNA na no. Indeed, for what I know per the vision of the president and the marking canon, I want to believe say even though this is a setback in terms of the first say cocoa ne ton price na consumption yentria akuyafo kano. Every step is being taken to ensure say cocoa farmers ebetu ogwa. And I'm frame. And I say yeah me cocoa no 9 bags so and so yentria meka. It is something that is true and it is but I don't think the government will sit down and assume and let the farmers lament and lament and lament. Minority, don't blame them. It is their responsibility to ensure say the government of the day will be kept on its toes. Until for the press conferences that they are doing, it is very, very normal to draw the general public's attention, say, dear Ekosuni. Apart from that, I don't think, say, because restructuring forms of I want to pray and hope. Say, going forward, cocoa sector, bibi papa ebe free waba. Rather than say, you better na jejem, ya bastardize omo, as if to say, sabi, omo te hono, omo nyashe. I come from a farming community, which is dominantly cocoa farmers. Until I appreciate the concerns of farmers, but we should also be fair in saying, say, and yes, any party who is cannot bounce mintria, bibinti, and sabibino is what we want them to solve right now. All right.
Yeah, that's it, baby. Says my main on chassis the issue of the Kotoka International Airport now having its own matters arising. Now the change. And I feel so the way forward. Now they are telling us we're going to spend almost about $5 million to do these changes if we have to do that. Too many people have written too many articles, reasons, history behind it, and Nkrumah's attack coming in and all that. I mean, your take on these change of names and change of holidays and all that. I mean, your take on that.
I think the you see, name is very important, whether we like it or not. A name is very, very important, and our saint inta what is in. Intina sebi ya mikro buwiazi or two bibiazi. When jede obiane namo, but we're making sure that everything was named. So as a country, I mean, as far as it concerns all of us, the majority feel that this is the way that it should go. I don't see a challenge. It only becomes a problem when I'm in a more power until I can do whatever it takes. I can do whatever I want. So I remember 2017, and the MPP decided to change Flagstaff House to Jubilee House without recourse to anybody, without finding out what is the consensus of everyone. Certain investors got name changed, So I am a bit cautious in how we address some of these things. My only challenge is that I think this government, I mean, Ishe Mawaria, they are being careful how they do the conversation. I was actually disappointed there. The main reason why they want to change is to revert it back to its original name. Wakadamana is simple. But for me, it's problematic. It should not be as simple as we want to change something to its original name. After how many years?
16.
So it should be something that Obetu will be assumed. No, I mean, we really agree that it should go this way. And I think they didn't want a situation where they would be messed up in the conversations we are hearing. Ekekedo kutoka yeku was Nancy Rollins yeku. There are a lot of coup makers who did the Yamadu to you know. So I'm sure they were being very careful, and that's why conveniently they chose that. Let's revert to it back to original name. But for someone who has a bit of marketing and branding background as well, for me, I think branding is very important. And if we want to brand Accra International Airport versus Kotoka versus Nkrumah International Airport, which of these brands will sell us more and will give us more proceeds? Sure. About JFK International Airport. You don't be able to bachelor baby or Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. In your beard or bachelor baby or but Ibo Kotoka. Like sit down and think about it. And I think most people have not really thought about this. If you are outside Ghana, Nebo Kotoka, how does it relate to Ghana? It doesn't click originally to Ghana. No, it won't. It won't. Unless there you go to Google and it will tell you, and you have to even go on research more about who Kotoka is. You understand? But there are countries where they use only their capital cities, you know. If you know capital cities, so something like Accra, you don't need somebody, immediately you hear Accra, you know it's Ghana, right? But if you say Kotoka, it doesn't relate to Ghana. That's where you have to also go ahead and go and research more about Kotoka and who he is and blah, 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 blah. If you say Nkrumah, it clicks directly to Ghana because it's already out there. And for me, it presents a better opportunity in terms of proceeds and directing traffic and attention more to Ghana than any itself. So when it comes to branding, I would have chosen Nkrumah. But I also understand the dynamics in terms of the hula baloo that is already going on. So I am okay to say, okay, at least you revert to the original name, let's say Accra International Airport. As time goes on, probably things will take it natural course. But the most important thing I want to address in this case is comments made by my own MP, Osahin Kwamena for your market.
I think.
You see, he ne half year ever.
Okay.
You know, ne half or ever. Ne papa. Side. And Winneba, your baby and your friend Trim. CCR area one water of Akosia village. He has a house there. Like he's done a lot of developments in that area. Them side na I wanna find what to pa.
Okay. And
those times, enka iberi the election wo what can about ho na MPP when you wanna they look for umpo voting for MPP. It was an NDC stronghold. Even though the whole Efutu was NDC stronghold, but that place, that particular place, that polling station was a very stronghold of the NDC. Currently, it is MPP stronghold. He spoke the language back to them. I am one of your own. And unfortunately, the NDC candidate, that time, in a campaign tool in there, afenyo onye efutu oya woni na afenyo kokho no ka kan na kire won de se mi amere bambo was me ye efutu na me ya woni ya mo de mo sho be de. And he related to them. You understand? And he likes those things. And I think that it's sometimes also very dangerous because in their own internal campaign these things played out and they complained against it. In terms of tribal comments like this, and or you're very dangerous. There's a yen siwa no kwen. The yen na ye baba come ye into one vote mum, me ye into one vote mum, me ya wunenyi, me ya fantini, me ya shantini, me ya dagatini, me. We should be very careful of those sentiments in our reason, because the way he incited that the only ever said be needing that do so. In fact, personally, I have engaged people who said, I know when you put a Kotoko here,
Yes.
You understand? So I think that the angle that he went as a minority leader, sometimes we look up to our leaders, and this is not one of the things as leader where they Kwame Nkrumah didn't want us to be a me asantini ame me Winnie me no pray na Ghana for. That's what Paul Kagame is doing. See, Yama, we started long ago. And quite didn't put to brain. Ye during na e be able to those things, and they are using it and enriching their country now. Paul Kagame has ensured that now there's no tutti, there's no what's the other? You understand? By ye, man, ye in Chechemura by yemwa. Why should leaders do this? And we see people who want to support such a move.
But could you also be citizen that one kind of bonus, so where he was from this angle? Now, subsequent governments have come. Nobody touched Kotoka International Airport. Now you are here and you are saying that you should change it. He says, I am not proposing any name, but you can just add the Accra to it. Kotoka International Airport, Accra. It is fine. Then he says that, listen, you have number of Votarians who really value or probably appreciate history. And one of our history or probably one of our campaigns who have really made name for us is Kotoka. And you are watching your own very government to do this. Wakabone.
Is it not inciting?
Oh,
it's for me. You see, yeah, I nearly raised quite a few ones to compare, but at the American tier, I wouldn't be tempted.
Okay.
To do same, just to equalize.
Okay.
In my own opinion, I think that he should be careful what he's doing.
Okay.
Some of these is but he should be very careful. Sometimes it starts thinking it will serve your purpose at a particular time, but that same thing that you said will not support your cause.
Okay.
And for me as a leader and a minority leader, you didn't even want to be called minority leader. But Yankopon, when he designs it, it will always come back to you.
All right.
You should be careful with the kind of comments you make.
Okay.
Don't incite an ethnic group or a tribal group against the other.
Okay.
You should not do it.
All right. Citizen, any attending can now Bayport, Semen Control say, ne fix opposite campaign no mukusu and Casentino. One person we be no say 3 months, say 6 months, and also say 1 year no pacho omu egusu a year. Bayport, Semen Control say fix opposite no more year no great returns and maximum returns no more de bano and what in ye pa and no yanentem na only more mbd ayes and komo we na face no fix opposite no why with great attractive returns pa so craft 5,000 and beyond now the bar and for so benya e wo sika no so no e pempempempem medoso pa enti entem na only a Bayport for enkodi enkomai na fixed deposit campaign no mo ye no also obetumi ni omo ayebi so pese oni mpemfo di nkomo na onya nchechemu na won se egia me the 5,000 beto ho ahe ana menya atoso se me the 10,000 ba me the 100,000 ba ahe ene fa so ahe na menya wo so a woni owura boni ana Emmanuel Boni endi enkomo ne na mane 0245 153283 0245 153283 and that's 026 3007922 026 3007922 now ne ayempemfo endi enkomo so and a diagnostic by industry semen control say 1374 a drosron komo de aba ebeboa ama sebi enyema ekoso widie mu efa eye umoja mu no omotumi asobo ni nyina ma diagnostic by industry say T74 no mo de aba no e drosron kokra mo muhie bi na mode ahwe mo ho samo amowo eye yarewe bi amabebo boso idie na T74 na ene hia mamo wo high blood sugar wo chronic wounds wo hepatitis B and C, HIV, kidney infections, liver infections, ulcer, prostate enlargement, bad breath, ulcers, menstrual pain, chronic cough, asthma, chest pain, arthritis, and I face so a year when nim and no nothing in a swollen faces and a feet pandia T74. Tortina 74 ewo hono ma wa betumi akwakọ tobie ewo pharmacy bia na face herbal shop bia wonsa ebe kan bi so person woni eye diagnostic herbal industry for di nkomo na onya sancheche mu ye pa dia from on 0246 073498 0246 073498 and after 050 1628931 050 1628931 now name paying for ND and Komo Kojo maminti on the change of name no na fe membra Oraya. Yes sir.
Kojo so no say o mampani ba yi ne ka o use no one that use one when the Benz no
yeah
no one that use o mampani in the say the auto sector bia
Kessben 92.9
na so ko so ko ye o predecessor o mo no mo cars mo use ni na ho na na we use a wo buy ni mu a ese ma mo ya we say untimi nkokra ka afoforo se me me deputy e ba be use for land cruisers and the directors na ade o mo aka o mo me kraka ma mo about 150 meanwa ba bia de to ye no eniema I see ye no crofo ko o how mu o na nka one deserve new card and president one deserve be before for na no me hu no ne Benz na no that we up to now and no that's team and no chire it is a war na mamu na so we ye bibia wo ye bibi na nya ye be catch plane you want to go for land cruiser na say many deputies here use na makra 150 or so directors so nye meanwa ko na se na wo chen bibi anko ko je mamu say one question sanke call ye na call meeting the call meeting ye ofia akonyo bia betima trem ba wa twisu akra se mpesa me na akuafo e ba ye meeting wo koko ase de wo ho na sense nya wo mpo na wo de wakonya ne call ye na se obi no mpesa mo ya so ka cho da bi koko ase ne ba be meeting to we de enanye ti adua kra nya be transo no wa ye no ato nche na ama meeting na che se ye agree ye koko ase meeting because meeting na ka betuma ye fie akonya bia betrem bia ha dwene ba opese ye nya okoko ase so opese nya okoko ase dia ese portray bibia se koko ase ade ne ye wotima se ya yo mo ye campaign presidential campaign obi duru ba bia o mampani o se we dem pay me to da me pay me mu didi ni ade so no anim se trotro na okotrem because ebi nim trotro trotro we are sure say o mampani be kwotna trotro before nya because of president awopa
okay
so for us we choose say opese move bibi ni nkofo pen de trotro na betra
yanko airport no so kwekwa na fe yanko
yanko airport no woni bibi media me name mu change ni manage ho pass so mu change
okay
because se be enye ku na nipa ye
okay
what am I say na so bi unya hoho no mu ba ya no bimpu ye koba bi na say asori akese ni ade a obedo o plaque e boda no ya na pese hu funders ni ade bonzo be ko gya no o kai from A to Z to see ye asori be fini ade all the institutions akese ni na ye do bonzo bi obetima kai be bonzo ko no pese hu ade foundation ade bai sa na brofo no say inquisitive ne wono so aba no hu Kotoka International Airport wo hu edini ade o onya ba bi ko tena pe wo kwakọ check on net say nipa no ye hwan ena Ghana for tima som no free tititi abedu mpempenso izu ni e check ese wono ena wo koto tutu bi airport to ye ni awe eno nti na mai need to so what be da it is at chance na se hu se pese change a eno de me ni ebi say ade papa but the make say why Accra Sports Stadium ade na say Accra na say de to so e ho na me obibi kan fa ho eno na me obibi your hero so o ma we mu ena da bia shouldn't be Omampani John Dramani Mahama na ase Kofu na ase Omampani Kwame Nkrumah ye enkrofo bi so ye adwuma bojo fo mo ko ba bi wotima se ezima nursing international airport asenye bad entoko abeko oman mu menya show so betu akobi ansa na awie wotima se mre bi atwam ye nyina 3 am 2 am the whole Ghana certain black and white type ye nyina egu abonti ne etia de ne ndimi pe obi a waye bibi ne mfa ne din to so Kojo Preko since oni Fred ye ball Ghana obia no aboball papa cha betpele what am I say entisi e pedini e de bi Ghana dia to so and akwa international way a abetpele oboni di wo country bi a yenim azuma oboni di oba bi a yenim ti ade ne empe heroes ni bi ye local heroes ni bi bi e pese ye obi a oye de why bi ama ye te kro wem na nando ne nkrofo Kojo so kai UDS omo de ho adi na pato so tedem wo so kai
yeah, say to them.
Yes. One pan home for so on Ghana for one dear pan or Ghana. Because your mom want history. Papa will she knew away no answer NPP, moon or ball bra, or bonnet brow. but yet me afa ne na akọ to university a obi di wono an sweat na ne sika ene edi esi na o man ne ma support ne afọ obi sa ne edi akoto so me won krofo bi o magina o man ne mo pagya o man flag a ese to make sure the flag na pagya ne ye eti se ye bibi di amede akra na de me no mo nya adwene ye bibi akra na esa so a wonim se ade we baba yara so kai Kumasi Sports Stadium ye change the call baba yara ya santini ye change Ohinija Accra Sports Stadium do Ohinija beto so ye nuanom kranfo so monti ase ade no se anhwe ye ne ye ne se obi num so monti ase nko ade ye national ade ne ye nyama regional na bibisa ye national ye tribe ade ne to mo make sure say edu ba bi a memo mo pempa nkrofo
okay
ye ti kro we nkwajo so no some of the region won't me nya asantini na nkwa bota regional minister da won't me nya sandan nkwa bo ai northern regional minister da won't me nya santini na nya greater Accra regional minister da but obitimi ye hafu over northern obitimi ye votarian no Ashanti regional minister because we mu dey come better ase we mu do monti ase ese isa perception if you
okay
nipa no obitima ye dwuma ne nye bi Accra na omo so omo dey to kodwe mfa hwe ma mumpe hero bi mfa ne din to so Accra ne history ni say eno an say capital town of Ghana Accra eno an history no yam pe obi individual bi ebra oboma Ghana ndo ya ma Ghana ejira na so mfa nye ne nya say region bi do mo ade ba na esuo mo no yan tu anu mu
okay
because Ashanti region metro bonkrofo we fit different region mo be di ministers or but other regions and kranya we mu ntimi nkire me akani ba ko wadi greater Accra even AMA boss amma wuni adentia
all right but I say Mami we na fe remember na me no raya and twaso wo hono na ya text messages baby they were making kan ni na as test hama wa happy birthday to you Ghanaian high life musician and the legend Rex Umar who is also the coordinator for Black Star Experience. Happy birthday to you Rex Umar, Uncle Rex, happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you Belinda Mensah from Citizen Atodazi. Happy birthday to you Belinda Mensah. We if you're a citizen of all Atodazi Honor no see Famao. And then a happy birthday to you Ohine Adepa Aponsan Yeboah the first founder of Premium Executive International Fan Club. This one is from club members and then Sweet Freeman. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you Amama of Asante Bekwai. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you Madam Rachel Annan Auntie Ajwa. This one is from your grandson Felix. Happy birthday to you. And then we funeral we a yinkaya ya de Emma a yefi 1 week observation Emma a Obapeni Esiedu at Achim Setre okay ohana funeral grounds no omo ebeye no eye mame Obapeni Esiedu 1 week observation cause the dress code ni eye white fita and I face no ye ton kram abosu kan for kantamanto for na fa Achim abekwa say fo nyina mombra na mombra eye ye mame Obapeni Esiedu the 1 week celebration no all white wo Achim Setre funeral grounds and ye de ba Richard appear sapone grandmother no intino the SSA ye no okay and I feel so happy birthday to Paco. Happy birthday to you, Paco Arthur. This one is from Mr. and Mrs. Arthur. Happy birthday to you, Paco. Beba, yenes ka mo fo ni nkomo me pe na fe owura tano e de ne de ato so amame.
Promotion. I feel beer the adeva. Now feel beer from who the road the mount. Make come for Circle Sky Mall at the amount. Say a foreign and not local foods. Organic near my pub baby. And yes, Circle Sky Mall. Circle Sky Mall. I was some Debbie Mount. Every Saturday, 19th January, 17th February. Circle Sky Mall. Yeah, promotion. Products beer one. Yeah, the water swab from craft. If it provisions a bush of cosmetics, any toiletries a bush of and through the other side of Circle Sky Mall. No, I bet you, dear. Baby, download ko na be me fia ye de Circle Sky Monty e wi asenya den kra Circle Sky Mall ye wo Kwame Nkrumah Circle Asida Twin Towers Danwah first floor Bora Abribia 0240 212 510 and that's 0242 346675 Circle Sky Mall ye be me fia ye de.
Okay, so 44 minutes into 9 a.m. At Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah Kessben Maakye and Awaso Eguso Sisi. Now let me read this one before y'all. Bebe say I don't want to sound political. It is our brother telling cocoa farmers to fry dry their cocoa and chew it or make their own chocolate. If truly he is coming from cocoa farming area, then he has to come again. I'm referring to the man in purple color. Okay, what's the old cano? Obey you one on Nafi or also Atwaso Honum. Now this one says Kwablabi Pukwase Bengazi MPP party members want to use Sedinam's case to counterbalance that of Ken Oforiatta. However, MPP have forgotten that Ken Oforiatta's case is more worse. More gold bars and money have lost in the hands of Ken Oforiatta. MPP know that Ken Oforiatta has caused huge financial loss to Ghana, yet they are defending him. On Sunday, and this one says, hi Kessben, in Cote d'Ivoire here since November we have not received money yet. I'm sure he's talking about the cocoa matters and all that. On Sunday, and I say this one says, good morning to you host and your panel. I am disappointed in some of the issues being discussed concerning the inability by the cocoa board in paying our cocoa farmers since November 2024 have integrated the over 337,000 metric tons of cocoa previous government failed to supply to our purchases. The minority MPP has no shame in organizing the infantile press conference. My cocoa was sold in my new Adubiase village. It took less than 1 week and paid for the money sent to me. This is Louise Stephen Agen Dabla from Volta region and and this one says that okay, the current administration has put together to improve the cocoa sector over the one from previous administration. Again, it's really true that cocoa CEO sent his shares when he went to visit Honorable Daniel Ejenim Boateng, who Amansa Central and or the Ebai. All right, my mean to you on the rebranding of the airport.
Yes, I still maintain say Aurora and the Abian Swan in Kunya Cocoa.
Okay.
And whoever brought those chairs, he couldn't have said a Munsan Fanko, and so we should get that straight.
Okay.
And now many are now texting. I didn't mean say Omo Yentri Omonkano Omokoko no. That's not what I meant when telling you. I purchase everyone was up to date. You to me added value to your cocoa by Omo cocoa nankasa. And can at least one bag be not the sea baby to say the year ammunition. No added value. No a beer and crass almost to ton mankasa chocolate. Because they added value to a chocolate na ton. Omo to me. This is what I was talking about.
Okay. Now,
the issue of the change of name of the airports. As an Nkrumah is a Menkasa aircraft, people should know where I'm coming from and my stand. It is long overdue. This change of name. Obian who to babone edin nipa bone badin o. Me say nkrofo mo betwam ko a mo bedi o man so da. So what can say me to o mo bedi na say me wo ma eso president ahoro mo bedi so na koya. Meto kwa Nkrumah Ebia meto Ura Mills, meto John Mahama. Men too be more because ombedi o mining ya e wo kwan bi so. Ombe man krofo ho tete wo mo wo kwan bi so. Me ankasa me nkola ma wo mo. Me hu nipa me mfa nto no wo abusua no. Me ma me kra me nto ne ba because ni din bi e da no so me ntidi na se ma bisa no so wonte ase. Nti I don't want to name somebody after Obia say me nim say obeye ade bi enye. Na yembra airport ne so. You see, I'm not surprised, say, Nkrumah Ewie Airport now more commission. Now the name Anka or the Ebetoso Yasantua International Airport. Now, Omushia, consultation. I consulted, the larger population of Ghana, various ethnic groups, they kicked against the name Yasantua. In fact, it is the reason why Yasantua Edino Yamfantoso. And I say, okay, I'm not going to name it after myself. Yenfa Accra International Airport and Toso. And one, it was to promote the capital city. Heathrow Airport and other airports, and Hero Bearding and Dasno. It is to promote that particular city. And a very, very normal say Accra Airport. But see, me see and two nipa boni bedin. Kotoka, and in a pound for. They were and are still the reason why Africa has gone on its knees. Because the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah destabilized the unity of Africa. Don't forget, no more meeting back organized by the Organization of African Unity. And when they went to vote, Francophone countries, they were convinced by their friends saying, or more colonial bloodsuckers, not to vote for that. Until after that meeting, Nkrumah took the time to go to the Francophone countries to tell them, to convince them, say, it is for us to have one army command, for us to have one social security, for us to have one teachers union, one trade union. Or can you make the next meeting would have propelled Ghana age under 50 and above 50 kakran. Okay, but to say Ghana had been united already. Madam Kobanesa. Now, Kotoka, all the foundations that were laid by Kwame Nkrumah, that was to propel Ghana to its stardom. And now Ghana is the star of Africa. And Kwame Nkrumah was the most feared and respected president across the globe. Kennedy and American president. In fact, he was the one feeding Nkrumah about information of the CIA. And Kennedy's assassination, and yes, because he was advocating for say before Betuaba or American. Now, no, or believe say na or Nkrumah information. All these are declassified information until they decide to eliminate him. Now, Kotoka and a friend is saying, na pound for a free fa. They decided say you bet 2 sa about go. And don't forget, Kotoka sa no more organized. The history ye war no so working kanya. And you say it was bloodless. Nipa we papa. And the most dangerous one, I said the most painful one, Major General Charles Mohammed Bawa. Now oye commander-in-chief of your friend saying Nkrumah regiment. They knew his prowess. He was the first trained Northerner. Now what Ghana military knew. And he was a trusted military person. Until he was in charge of Nkrumah when it comes to military. They went to him to convince him to join them in the coup. He refused. He told them I have sworn allegiance not only to the president but to Ghana. Until I cannot join this coup. Kotoka shot the man right in the face in front of his family. Neire is still alive. Ukuno. They killed other people just so they could have their way. Now, he initiated the move to change the name Kotoka International Airport. Fofi Antwata. Until there was a statue there. You saw statue free. That would have been the process and now say Ura Mahama by now Tuaso. Not yes, sister Dino. Of course, because it is in our statute books. Until all those things have to be changed. And it will cost us money. But idea 1 year and then it will cost you more.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not surprised. Okay. But I want to say, me can't say what to buy some bebon. Ora Kotoka na pound for stage kuno. Within a year. That's almost stage kun to overthrow Nkrumah 24 February 1966. April 17th, 1967. And I put to council the stage coup against him. And then he was shot. Now, Nkrofo stage coup, no, Lieutenant Samuel Atta, the code name for the coup was Operation Guitar Boy. And so, Lieutenant Samuel Atta, Lieutenant Moses Yeboah, and a second Lieutenant Osepoku, and almost stage coup. But now, your friend is one officer, that is warrant officer George Ofosu. Also not Okahumbi. They were supported by 119 soldiers from the Reki regiment of Kumasi. And now, omo ede stages are your friend say
okay.
no not
Kumasi
and omo stages are and omo di kunkutoka obi a what destabilize